Welcome into Rogue Football. I'm your host, Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here today. Right now, it is January 10th. We are still several months away from the 2024 NFL Draft, but I wanted to talk about a specific conversation we've had on this channel, conversation that lots of people are having across the scouting world, in the NFL world. Joe Alt or Olu Fashanu, who is OT1? Prior to this, I've made videos that I talked about why I believed Olu Fashanu was OT1. I'm here to tell you right now that I have flipped on who I have at OT1. Joe Alt is now my OT1. There's several reasons for this. I think both of these prospects are still fantastic. I think they are both still very close to being blue chip type prospects. Olu Fashanu has generational talent, generational movement skills and flexibility, in my opinion, while Joe Alt is as steady as they come. Both of these players are young players. Both of them are fairly inexperienced still when you talk about their overall amount of reps at the college level and their age. Joe Alt doesn't turn 21 until later this year. Olu Fashanu just turned 21. Both of them were borderline dominant at the college level, but I wanted to come on and talk to y'all about why Joe Alt has jumped Olu Fashanu for me. They're still right in the same tier. They're still right at the top of the draft, very close to it for me. But Joe Alt, if I had to pick a franchise cornerstone left tackle today, and I had my pick between Alt and Fashanu, Alt would be the pick. The reason being is he is a more steady player right now. I think that he has just as much growth potential as well, or close to as much growth potential as Olu Fashanu when you talk about Joe Alt's ability to get stronger, to get more athletic, to grow even more in his technical prowess. But right now, when you watch Joe Alt play football, when you watch him play left tackle, he is much more refined. He has very good length. He has very good athleticism for the position. He's obviously very tall, but this is a guy that when it comes to block framing, when it comes to block leverage, when it comes to football IQ, all the things that really are important at the next level. And then you also talk about your marriage of your footwork and your hand placement, the timing in your pass sets, his ability to consistently get his mitts high and inside against opponents at the right time. I just think that there is such a high level of refinement for a player who hasn't even been playing left tackle exclusively for all that long. I mean, he came in as a tight end prospect as well, right? So this is a guy that I think the sky is the limit for how good he can be. He's already playing at an extremely high level from a technical standpoint. He has all the athletic traits that you could look for. The one question I have about him really is his overall play strength. I think that he has adequate to good play strength right now at 20 years old. But I think that for him to reach his ceiling, he will need to get stronger. And I think that for Olu Fashanu, when you look at what he needs to improve on at the next level moving forward, I think he needs to improve on more things. I think he needs to improve his hand placement. I think he needs to improve his overall consistency in his footwork. I certainly think he needs to improve in the running department, the running game, right? I think he falls off blocks too often. I think you see that fairly consistently. I just think Joe Alt is a more ready-made package, and despite not being as freakily athletic as an Olu Fashanu, as flexible as an Olu Fashanu, I think that he brings very good athleticism and very good flexibility to the position. So I just think that he is a safer overall pick, and I think if you're trying to draft a guy that's plug and play who can also grow while they are starting for you, I think that Joe Alt is that guy. Again, I think any team that is able to land a Joe Alt or an Olu Fashanu should absolutely be fired up about landing them. I just think Joe Alt, despite being younger, is in a better place right now than Olu Fashanu is. And obviously you project growth with Fashanu. I think that he has all-world potential. I think he could be an all-pro perennially at the position. But I think Joe Alt is going to be a Pro Bowler who also has all-pro potential, and I think he's going to do it faster. So that's why I have Joe Alt ahead of Olu Fashanu now as my OT1. I have both of these guys, again, towards the top of this draft class. I think they're both fantastic. I have Joe Alt at 4 overall. I have Olu Fashanu at 8 overall. They are still both in the same tier for me at offensive tackle, but Joe Alt has slid just ahead of Olu Fashanu in my rankings. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Would love to know what you think about the offensive tackle debate. You can hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. Also drop a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content here, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Have a good one.